Mismatched shoes. When Catherine looked from over her book and saw that familiar pair of mismatched shoes, she remembered all the things she wanted. She wanted an escape route lined with orange traffic cones. She wanted a fortune teller with a crystal ball and authentic psychic powers. If she couldn't have Doc Brown's flying DeLorean, then an average portal to an alternate dimension would do. More than anything, she wanted not to think about what came next. It was like driving with a cop car tailing close behind. She measured it up while he scratched the back of his head. He was choosing his words, and she could see the careful seconds he counted out over the top of his head. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Hey, he said. Hey, she said. She stared at him for a moment, but without saying anything, her palms were moist and she couldn't stop fidgeting. Without realizing it, she rolled the paperback book into a cylinder and bent the cover in awkward creases. She had no pockets and didn't know where to put her hands. How are you? She asked. I'm good. She watched as he wiggled the heel of his right foot around. His shoe was untied. And you, he asked? I'm okay. There's just so much to think about. Yeah, he paused. You dyed your hair, he said. Yeah, I thought I'd try it black. Do you like it? It's nice. My favorite look was blue, but it doesn't matter, every color suits you. He scratched his neck. She took off her glasses and rubbed the bridge of her nose. A tall silence crept in and took a seat in front of them. His knees were 2 crumpled balls of paper. The gaps of her pants showed skin that looked just as pale. The two of them had worn their dems down to holes at the knees. They even had on the same brand of shoes, except Catherine's feet matched. It's on the wrong hand, you know. She watched him across his arms. It's supposed to be on the left, he said. She twisted the metal band around her finger. I know. I'm just not used to walking around with it. I figure I'd just wear it on my right for now. It's like practice. She watched him smile. It was a toothless grin. From underneath those lips, she could see his chipped tooth. She remembered his real smiles and how that missing piece of bone forced anyone that looked at him to take him less seriously. Are you excited about moving? I'm nervous. She was still clutching the book and wringing it like a wet towel. The book was new, but the cover was ruined. It's all just so scary. He took the novel out of her hand and placed it on the table. On the cover was a blue mirage of a woman in the night sky. There were lips in the center of the cover with bright lights underneath. He took a seat across from her in the empty chair. It was an old copy of The Great Gatsby. Think of it as an adventure. New place, new people, new everything. I haven't even left and I already feel homesick. The parking lot was fuller now. She watched the front of the cafe while a woman struggled to get into the door. She was opening the door first so that she could push in the stroller, but the large bag that hung from her firm arms made it hard to maneuver. The boy with mismatched shoes ran over to help her out. While Catherine watched her come back, she stared at his shoes. Right foot was yellow and the left was green. They were a dirty mismatched pair of high-top Converse All-Stars. She cared nothing of the A's or baseball, but those two colors grew on her. She liked the way they looked next to each other. It'll be epic, Cat. In a few weeks, you won't even think about this place. You won't even notice it. You're just being nice. I am nice. She flashed a genuine smile. She could see his chipped tooth, except nothing was missing, and his smile was perfect. People walked past him and through the door. The afternoon crowd was coming in for their caffeine fix. Catherine bent down to tie his shoe. He didn't say thank you, but she didn't mind. Are you guys done here? It was the woman with the baby and the overstuffed bags. She said yes at the same time that he said no. We're just finishing up. She didn't hug him when she left the cafe. Catherine tried her best not to look back and see if he was watching her. She heard footsteps, but when she turned around, no one was there.